Solving Calgary's housing problem, making homes for everyone. In Calgary, some people, especially those with disabilities, are having a tough time finding homes that they can afford and that are easy to use. The government can help make more of these homes by taking action in several different ways. Let's explore how they can do it. Number one, helping builders create homes for people with disabilities. Builders are the people who design and construct homes. The government can help them by offering rewards like tax breaks, where they don't have to pay as much money to the government, or special loans that are easy to pay back. These rewards could go to the builders who promise to create homes that are both affordable and accessible to people with disabilities. If we can get 10,000 comments, maybe the government will finally pay attention. Every voice matters, so make sure you add yours. What does accessible mean? It means that homes would have things like ramps for people who use wheelchairs, wider doorways to move through, and lower countertops that are easier for people with disabilities to reach. This kind of help makes it cheaper for builders to include these features in new homes, so they're more likely to do it. Changing building rules to help people with disabilities. Another thing the government can do is make new rules for builders. These rules could say that any new apartment building or neighborhood has to include certain number of homes designed for people with disabilities. For example, the rules could say in every building, 10 out of every 100 homes must be accessible. This way, the builders would have no choice but to include homes that are easy to access for everyone. We can get 10,000 comments. Maybe the government will finally pay attention. Every voice matters, so make sure you add yours. By having these rules, every time a new building goes up, there would always be homes that are safe and easy for people with disabilities to live in. Number three, spending more money on affordable housing. The government can also use its money to build more homes that people with disabilities can afford. Some people can't afford to buy or rent homes because they're too expensive. By spending more money on the projects and that focus on affordable housing, the government can help more people find homes that they can pay for, especially for those who with disabilities. This way, the government can make sure that these homes are not only affordable, but also include features that make them accessible. When the government builds public housing, homes that people can rent at a lower cost, it's a great way to make sure people with disabilities are not left out, helping people make their current homes accessible. What if someone already owns a home that needs to be more accessible for someone with a disability? The government can step in here too. They can give homeowners or landlords, people who rent out homes, money called grants to make the changes to their homes. These changes could be things like adding a ramp at the front door, putting in stair lift to help someone who's between floors, or widening the door so that wheelchair can fit through. We can get 10,000 comments. Maybe the government will finally pay attention. Every voice matters, so make sure you add yours. When government helps pay for these changes, more homes will be able to meet the needs of the people with disability. Number 5, making it easy to build accessible homes. Sometimes it takes a long time to get permission to build new homes. The government can speed up this process by making it easier for builders who want to create affordable and accessible homes. They could create fast-track permits, which means builders get permission more quickly if they are making homes that are designed for people with disabilities. The government can also change rules about where homes can be built. This would allow builders to create more homes, especially the ones that help people who need affordable and accessible places to live. Number 6, designing homes that work for everyone. Another great idea is for the government to encourage something called universal design. A universal design means creating homes and building that anyone can use, no matter who they are or what they need. This might include features like step-free entrances, wider hallways, and light switches that are easy to reach for everyone. If all new homes are built using universal design, then we won't need to make as many changes to them later because they're already work for people with disabilities from the start. You can get 10,000 comments. maybe the government will finally pay attention. Every voice matters, so make sure you add yours. Number 7, working with charities and companies to build more homes. The government doesn't have to do this by itself. They can team up with other groups like the non-profit organizations and companies. Non-profits are groups that don't make money for themselves but work to help people. The government can provide these groups with land or money to help them build homes for people with disabilities. By working together, the government and these groups can build more homes faster and at a lower cost, making sure more people get the homes they need. Number 8, helping people pay for rent or buy homes. Many people with disabilities may not have enough money to afford to rent or buy a house. The government can help by offering programs that pay for their rent or give them housing vouchers, which are like coupons for rent. This way, people with disabilities can live in homes affordable for them. The government can also help people with disabilities buy homes by giving them money for a down payment, the money you need to pay when you first buy a house, or by making mortgages, home loans easier for them to afford. Number 9, connecting homes with transportation and services. It's important for homes to be close to things people need, like schools, doctors, and public transportation. The government can make sure that new homes for people with disabilities are built in places that are easy to access. They can make sure that these homes are near buses or train routes, hospitals, places where people can get help if they need it, because they can live close to the things that help them the most. Number 10, teaching people about why accessible homes are important. Lastly, the government can help by teaching people why having accessible homes is so important. Builders, landlords, and regular people may not always think about how homes are built for everyone. The government can run campaigns to explain why it's good to have homes that everyone can use, no matter there. More people understand how important it is to have homes that are easy to use for people with disabilities. We can create communities where everyone feels welcome. We can get 10,000 comments, maybe the government will finally pay attention. Every voice matters, so make sure you add yours. By taking all these steps, the government can make sure that more people in Calgary and everywhere else have affordable homes that work for them, no matter what challenges they face.